Good evening, folks. This is Diamond from the Oppenheimer Ranch Project. On Friday, October 27th at 12:10 a.m. Mountain Time, 2017, giving you a grand solar minimum update. Unseasonably cold temperatures for the Midwest and Plains. Powerful storm for the Northeast. This looks like 25 coming into Texas. In the teens as low as Arkansas. Very cold air, hard freeze in areas that this is going to break some records, folks. A strong cold front from the northern states will usher unseasonably cold temperatures into the plains and Midwest Thursday and Friday. Frost advisories, freeze warnings, and even some hard freeze warnings are in effect. This front will also bring several inches of snow to portions of the upper Midwest, which should cause difficult traveling conditions through Friday morning. A rapid cyclogenesis is expected to occur off the eastern seaboard Sunday through Monday, October 29th through 30th, as a tropical disturbance undergoing extratropical transition enters the region of fairly favorable upper-level dynamics. We'll talk about that, producing a potential heavy rainfall and wind event for portions of the Northeast. So this is nationwide. Have you heard about the hail? Holy hell. Jesus, look at this shit. An intense hailstorm swept through the municipality of Formosa in northern Argentina late Wednesday afternoon, causing severe damage. More than 1,000 buildings were damaged, as well as numerous trees and cars. This is predicted as we go into the grand solar minimum. Increased cosmic ray flux. Increased energy in these systems cause increase in hail size. This was documented during the last grand minimum. And there we have one of these stupid thin boxes again. Can't you get a real phone? Look at that hail. If you're standing out there, you'd be dead. Yowza. So that is hail, and that's just the beginning. I can't wait till it gets 10 and 12 inches. In Bulgaria, widespread damage, 3 dead and several missing after floods hit the eastern portion. At least 3 people have died and several are still missing after an intense storm swept through several parts of eastern Bulgaria late Tuesday into Wednesday, causing floods, mudslides, widespread damage. More heavy rain is expected to affect the area over the next 24 hours. Houses, streets, and intersections were flooded. The state of emergency was immediately declared in Camino municipality, while an emergency was declared in parts of Burgas municipality. 3 of the dead drowned when their houses were suddenly inundated with floodwaters. An elderly man in the village of Polski Izvor was on the ground floor of his house when a 5-foot wave of water hit it. The wave of water was part of a heavy torrent that began about 4 local time. Other deaths occurred in Levada village in Ravnets. Look at that. Talk about Tinakula. Eruption continues. Water contaminated. People living on coconuts. I will leave you links. Powerful coastal storm we were just talking about could bring damaging winds, flooding, and rainfall to the Northeast starting this weekend. I will leave you links to this article. A strong East Coast storm is forecast to develop. The storm will receive a boost of moisture and energy from a tropical disturbance currently in the Caribbean. Damaging winds, record flooding, and rainfall. Guess what's already happening in New England? New England gets record rain, and more is on the way. Caribou, Maine, 2.82 inches. The old record is broken. I'll leave you links. This was in Newsweek. A really big earthquake is coming, striking 7 million people in the worst natural disaster to hit North American history. They know something we don't. I'll leave you a link to it. There was a 4.6 striking off the California coast, and gets interesting, folks, at the end of the report. There's a lot of activity in the low range in North America. A lot on the San Andreas. And a paper's coming out that it doesn't look good for the San Andreas folks. I don't know if any of you saw this yet, but tectonic tremor is detected beneath Earth's surface and raising risks of a massive earthquake. America's most famous fault line, the San Andreas, is known for its frequent earthquakes. But one part of the system, the San Jacinto Fault Zone, in inland Southern California, has been surprisingly quiet for 200 years. Now, new research has detected small tremors deep under the fault system, suggesting it's not as calm as we once thought and may be ready to release a massive earthquake sometime soon. I'll leave you links to the paper. Ambient tectonic tremor in the San Jacinto Fault near the Anza Gap, detected by multiple mini seismic arrays. This is not good news for the San Jacinto area. The fault zone in Southern California is not actually a plate boundary, but rather serves as the stress release point between the North American plate and the Pacific plate. And as they grind together at the San Andreas, an area of the San Jacinto fault zone known as the Anza Gap is the main focus of the study. I'm going to give you links to all of this. The research used a highly sensitive detection method called multi-beam back protection, which calculates plate movement while minimizing incoherent outside noise to take measurements deep beneath the fault zone in inland Southern California. And in doing so, they uncovered previously undetected tectonic tremors, which are likely a result of slow slips. That's bad news. Slow slips are bad news. The tectonic tremors detected underneath the Anza Gap are the result of a slow plate movement resulting in slow earthquakes anywhere from 8 to 15 miles beneath the Earth's surface. The new research, now published in the Bulletin of the Seismological Society of America, has revealed that at any given time, the Anza Gap is spontaneously slipping at a far greater rate than researchers previously believed. The finding is significant because it's the first time evidence of spontaneous tectonic tremors have been uncovered in this part of the fault line. According to the new report, the recent findings are not a cause for imminent concern. However, many geologists better predict earthquakes in the future. While we cannot prevent seismic activity, preparation can reduce. Guys, this is a heads up. Because Southern California is known for frequent earthquakes, the Anza Gap has been relatively quiet for the past 200 years. Too quiet. According to Gosh, such a period of tectonic peacefulness raises the question of how the gap has been releasing the stress it continues to accumulate from both the North American and the Pacific plate. And for that reasons, many experts suspect that this area is ripe to produce a damaging earthquake. It's a heads up. A lot of activity. I'll leave you links to the paper. Any questions, leave them down in the comments. And be safe. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, do so now. And be safe, everyone.